Hi, this is Maggie. Today I'm looking at the chart of George Harrison, one of the Beatles. He he has his sun in Pisces. He has the moon in Scorpio. His ascendant is in Libra, but it's 28 degrees Libra, so it's in the 12th house, but it's pretty much on the cusp. I thought it was in Scorpio because there's a 3-degree orb, so he's pretty much almost a Scorpio ascendant. But the Libra ascendant would give him good looks, you know, maybe a dimple somewhere or two, and give him, love, beauty, justice, and harm. He sang harmony. He sang all kinds of melodies and lyrics. So anyway, I'm just going to go around his wheel. He has Mars in ambitious Capricorn in the 3rd house of communication. So that gave him the ambition to succeed in his career. Gave him, I think without the Mars there, I don't know that he would have the drive. Well, he would, because he has all this Leo stuff in midheaven, the career. But other than that, he has a lot of water. So Mars is your ambition, and it gave him the drive to communicate in his career. Capricorn. His Mercury, the planet of communication, is in the 4th house in Aquarius, so he used that as well. He had a lot of friends and acquaintances, probably had a home studio, had all his friends over. Probably the studio was his home. Yeah, it probably was his stuff, his home. A lot of communication going on there, and a lot of humanitarian stuff. But Aquarius, his friends, acquaintances, ideas. So his ideas were just sharp and very fast. Yeah, it looks like he has an air trine as well. He has a grand water trine and a grand air trine as well. So he has Venus in Pisces, which is exalted in Pisces. It's in Aries in the 6th house of work. So his Venus, where Venus is what you like, and he liked, he loved music. That was his work. Having it in Aries gave him the ambition, the drive. It's a fire sign, so to make his music, and with Venus in Pisces, just made it very. Venus is exalted in Pisces, so it made it very, very beautiful, and it's what he liked. And he also loved spirituality, and so Venus in Pisces is bringing spirituality through his music and his work. So he would have a definite interest in that. Excuse me. And the sun in Pisces is in the 5th house of entertainment. It's in Leo's house of self-expression. So he used his sun in Pisces as a musician. And it's interesting, it's in Leo's house, and he has just a ton of planets in Leo in the midheaven in his career sector. So that's what he did for his self-expression, and his entertainment was through music. Just all forms of music. He played guitar, he did all the different vocals, did a lot of writing, producing, performing. So in the 7th house he has Taurus, no planets there, but it's a fixed, stable, earthy Taurus. So, and his partnerships, he made a lot of money through his partnerships. So that would be Taurian for sure. And he probably wanted a comfortable home life to go home to. He has in Gemini in the 8th house of his joint assets, it's Scorpio, Scorpio's house. His joint assets were made through Gemini, through, well, he has two planets in Gemini. He has Saturn and Uranus. So Saturn is, you know, his steadfast climb, and, you know, just learning how to communicate. You know, Saturn would be learning how to communicate, and he did. He was actually a master communicator through his you know, his playing, his vocals, his guitar, and, you know, I think he learned to master this as from childhood on. And then Uranus is just the opposite of Saturn. It wants rebellion and change and liberation. So he probably didn't want to get stuck in a rut, communicating, you know, doing the same old stuff all the time. He really wanted to, I would think, experiment with different, you know, different forms of communication, different forms, different methods and styles of communication. But at the same time, with Saturn in Gemini, I think he was one of the more, I think he was a stable influence in the Beatles. I think he really was, because he just had so many gifts to share. And so those, both Saturn and Uranus being in his house of joint assets with Gemini, he had a lot of opportunities, a lot of, you know, record deals, and starting his own label, and, you know, all his resources were commingled with the Beatles, and then he probably started his own ventures as well. So a lot of he was a master at communication with Saturn there, and he did like changeability with Uranus. Jupiter is up in the ninth house, which is the ruler of the ninth house. It's the ruler of Sagittarius. And it's in Cancer, sensitive Cancer. So because it is the ruler of Sagittarius and it's in Sagittarius' ninth house, he really sought out spirituality. He really sought that out. Eastern mysticism appealed to him, meditation. Having it in Cancer, a water sign, would really make him very, very intuitive and receptive to higher learning, higher values, higher love. And it brought him enormous good luck and success in his career through his music. So Jupiter brought him enormous good fortune in his career, because it's like 15 degrees Cancer, but right next to that is the 10th house of Leo. And Leo is his midheaven. He has Pluto in Leo, the midheaven in Leo. His north node, his mission in life, is in Leo, and Chiron's in Leo. So he was meant to have a career in entertainment, in self-expression, and you know, with Pluto there, he brought a lot of scorpionic intensity to his, you know, his career sector, and so he was destined. He was destined. I think he was destined for fame with all of those planets up in Leo, you know, and he was a master at self-expression, and you know, just. And Jupiter gave him incredible good fortune. So a lot of times when I'm looking at the midheaven, I kind of merge the 9th and 10th houses, or whatever is predominant. Cancer's at 27 degrees, so it's pretty much on the cusp. So I'm looking at his Jupiter along with all the Leo midheaven. He has Neptune in the 12th house of Pisces, but it's in Libra, so that would be his you know, the arts, and especially music, because it's in the 12th house of the ruler of Pisces. And Pisces loves, you know, the arts, music, meditation, all the things he was into. It probably made him very receptive on a higher level, definitely to spirituality, along with his sun in Pisces and Venus in Pisces, which is exalted in Pisces. So he was very, very spiritually inclined. So that's George's chart. He's predominantly air and water. Air, he has Neptune, the ascendant, Mercury, Saturn, and Uranus, a lot of planets in air. communication, very mental, quick-witted, a ton of ideas, which I'm glad he did a lot of writing for for himself and his groups and for everyone. He was a prime contributor. Earth, he only has one, and that's Mars in the third house of Capricorn, but that gave him ambition to succeed. Had he not had that, I don't know that he would be that ambitious, but he was still destined, you know, for fame because of the Leo midheaven in the 10th house. But the Mars in Capricorn, where Capricorn is, you want to succeed, that's his career as well. So it gave him the ambition to communicate, to succeed in his career. So that's a good placement for his Mars. That's the only Earth he has. That's it. Mars in Capricorn, which is good. And the water, you know, I just think his water is beautiful. I really didn't know he was Pisces. I always thought he was Sag. I think as a kid, I don't know, for some reason I always thought he was Sagittarius because they too like higher learning and philosophy and theology and all that kind of stuff. But I'm really glad it's Pisces. So water, he has Jupiter, Cancer is the moon in Scorpio, and both the sun and Venus in Pisces. So that's just a huge trine. There's a lot of trines, beautiful trines. Water trines, and a lot of air trines. And the fire is all this stuff in Leo in the midheaven, which gave him the drama and made him a star. So that's it for George Harrison. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, please like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.